past, I gave a set of ideas based on what the parties have been talking about recently as maybe a helpful framework for the parties to consider as we go forward. And I went through it at the meeting. Obviously, the two sides, having just received it, didn't have any real comment. They had a few questions, and they're taking it back to capitals. I'm very hopeful that this process is moving in a positive direction. These are tough issues. We've been talking about them for about 25 years. So we know that there's a lot of strong positions and strong feelings in both countries, but there's also a will in both countries to reach a settlement of this dispute, and a good attitude. Both ambassadors seasoned diplomats and had perceptive comments to make. So I'm hopeful that my suggestions will lead them to their governments to think creatively about a solution. I'm also hoping, I'd like to say, that the leaders of opposition parties in both countries also take a constructive attitude here. They're very important participants in the political life of both countries. This is an important regional issue, an important issue in security of the region. And from the point of view of the Secretary General, it's very important to reach a conclusion. So I'll leave it at that and take a couple questions if you have. Yes?
You just said that you made a few suggestions. Is there any proposal on the table? Can we talk about any proposal on the table?
Yeah. So I put a proposal, a set of ideas. I'm not going to comment on what's in them. I gave them to both parties. They have to take it back to governments and consider it and study it and see whether it's helpful in the conclusion. So I'm not going to comment on the content of the proposal.
Are these new ideas?
You set a timetable, a time framework. I mean, how do you plan to move forward from now on, given the fact that there are two summits, the EU and the NATO summit ahead?
Yes. So both governments have invited me to come and talk about these ideas, and so I will, assuming we can find the right time, in the next few weeks, go to both capitals and see whether what people are thinking and whether we can move forward. But this is up to the foreign ministers of both countries, but I'm standing by to do that. And I think the right time frame is in the next couple of weeks.
Are these new ideas, or have them been on the table before?
My ideas as a whole are new because it's a new combination of ideas. I've said this previously in a press conference. When you talk about an issue and a dispute for 25 years, it's very unlikely that you come up with something completely new. And a lot of people have been thinking about this for many years, so it's hard to think of something completely new. However, I think the situation in the region is somewhat different. The participants are different, and so I view this as a good set of ideas, a compromise, and a package that both sides should feel comfortable with and lead to a dignified and satisfactory solution. That's just my thinking.
Is there a timeline regarding the negotiations?
Excuse me?
Is there a timeline
regarding the negotiations? So,